Hello everyone. Last day we have discussed about the different types of signals, and within that I have tried to emphasize upon 4 different types of signals like analog signal, digital signal, continuous time signal and discrete time signal. Now today I would like to emphasize upon another very important word in the field of communication, that is modulation. I told you that depending upon the nature of baseband, the communication may be analog or digital, that is different thing. But if we go for analog communication or if we go for digital communication, always one word without which the communication cannot be done, that is modulation. See, if we try to speak something in front of the audience where the distance is say 10 feet, 20 feet, 100 feet, somewhat like that within a closed area, at this moment the distance between the sender and the receiver is very small. But gradually, if the distance between the sender and the receiver becomes larger and larger and larger, in this way one time will arise when the information from the sender is not becoming able to reach to the mind of the receiver directly. So over a long distance, how the communication can be set up, if we try to understand about that, we must not forget that word which is named as modulation. Now what is modulation? Before I go in detail from the definition part, we would like to realize it from some practical examples. If we need to perform modulation, let me tell you first about 3 different terms. One is baseband, one is carrier, and another one is we can treat it like baseband or modulating signal also, the first one. Now these 3 different terms, what are those? I will go in detail about those things one by one after completing the practical example of modulation. Let us try to understand 1 or 2 practical examples from where we would like to understand what modulation is. Suppose we have a piece of paper and some information I have written over there. Now if we want to send it over a distance of say 10 meter alone, will that paper be able to reach to the destination? That will not be able to reach. But what we are doing, we are taking one stone, we are covering the stone with that piece of paper where some information is been written, and then if we throw it over a distance, it will be able to reach to the destination what I was intending for. Now at this moment what is been considered, the paper itself which was treated as baseband could not be able to reach to the destination alone. It doesn't have the capability to reach from the sending end to the receiving end alone. So what we have to do, we have to take one stone that I have told you. Now once the stone is getting covered up with that piece of paper written with some information, that means we are basically considering the carrier. The stone is going to be considered as a carrier. Now once the stone is covered up with that piece of paper and that is been sent from one point to another point over a long distance, that will be treated as a modulated signal which will be able to reach to the destination. So that is the first example that we can basically realize to understand modulation in detail. Now I can give you the second example in this regard. Suppose I have to go from here to say Bangalore. So how will I be able to go Bangalore? I cannot go there alone. I will go to the railway station, I will be taking the ticket, I will be riding the train by following few important steps. Then once I ride the train, I will be finding my seat and I will be sitting over there, I will be eating, sleeping, everything will be done inside the train. At the scheduled time, the train will start its journey and I will be staying inside the compartment. Now train and me both will be carried from the Howrah station, say, to the Bangalore. Now once I will reach Bangalore, at this moment I have to again take my luggage and I have to get down from the train just in the opposite way how I have ridden the train at the source station. So if I try to right now connect it to the process of modulation, how can it be? I was the baseband, I was bearing some information, and I say didn't have the capability to reach from source to destination alone. So what I have done, I have taken the help of the carrier, and the train is considered to be the carrier, and I am hiding myself inside the compartment of the train, that means within the carrier. Now the carrier is bearing me, that is information, from the source to the destination, and train has the capability to take me within a short span of time from here to the destination, and that time I can consider me and train togetherly is considered as the modulated signal. And once I will reach the destination, there I have to again get down from the train just in the reverse way how I have ridden the train, and that process is treated as a demodulation. That means I am getting separated out from the carrier. And remember, in this regard, one very important thing, I was the information and there should not be any change within myself. Why? Because I am the information, and information can never be changed. If I need to, suppose the train is carrying me throughout the entire path, if some scorching rays of sunshine is outside or it is raining cats and dogs outside, so entire thing is going to be treated by the train only, the outside surface of the train only, but that will not try to make any disturbance to myself. So at this moment there should not be any change or interruption to the baseband, which is actually being carried out by the carrier from the source to the destination. So those are two practical examples what I have tried to highlight today, and I think that will give you some idea about the term modulation, and in my next class I will go in detail about modulation again. Thank you so much.